Welcome down the line. I'm your host, as always, Juan Roque, with my partner in crime, the Rhino, Ryan Knowles, my little brother, the man, one of the best colored people that I've ever had the pleasure of working with. And, of course, we are being brought to you by Gangplank Studios here in Chandler, Arizona. And tonight's show is brought to you by the Viral Marketplace. And, Rhino, got a lot to talk about today. We're going to get into the refs. We're going to get into good, bad, ugly. We're going to get into heroes and zeros. But let's start with Saturday night. Great time at ASU. Of course, Gavin Rolfe always throws the best tailgates.
Absolutely.
The Vetix guys showed up. We got to meet Kevin Shortbus Krause. Steve Shortbus Krause. Guy is a quadriplegic in a wheelchair. And we were actually able to sit down and talk to him. He's a comedian. Just a really good time. A lot of people were there. You know, Pat Thompson showed up. Brent Bernstein showed up. Kenny Mitchell showed up.
Kyle Caldwell.
Caldwell, of course. KC50, you showed up. So definitely a great time right now. And, of course, there's no greater time than watching the ASU Sun Devils kick some butt.
Absolutely. And, you know, this team on both sides of the ball was really on point. I mean, it was really great to see them come out in their conference opener.
In a business attitude, with a business attitude, a purpose. I loved what I saw right now.
They really did. You know, came out with, so it felt like they had a little bit of a chip on their shoulder after that loss to Mizzou. Really wanted to come out and make a statement and say, you know what, conference, Pac-12 conference, here we are. You know, you picked us fifth to finish fifth. We're going to surprise some people, and they really took it to Utah. I was very, very impressed with both sides of the ball. You know, starting with the defense, you know, they were very on point.
Strong performances, definitely on that side of the ball.
Against a struggling Utah offense, definitely, including, you know, they had 10 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, caused 3 turnovers, only allowed 92 rushing yards and just over 200 yards of total offense. Utah was held to 4 of 14 on third down.
Yeah, you got
very impressive numbers from that defense.
You got this sense from when we were watching the game that Utah just had no answer for that 3-3-5.
No,
they were not able to get in position. They weren't able to get anything going in the running game. And you know, you think 3-3-5, you think, oh well, 3 down linemen, it's really not going to add too much. But I'll tell you what, the defensive scheme in this game I thought was excellent, considering Utah had gone so close with BYU. You know, they lose that close one to Utah State in overtime. So this was a team trying to identify itself, and you almost thought that they were going to come into this game on Saturday and give us their best shot, and it just wasn't going to happen. Right? It just didn't happen.
I was a little bit concerned coming in because a lot of people picked Utah to be kind of a dark horse in the Pac-12 South.
Yeah, picking them to finish second.
Maybe could have challenged USC. But they sure didn't play like it on Saturday. I mean,
they've had some issues.
They look like a team without an identity, pretty much.
Exactly.
And you know, they really don't. They wanted to establish the run. They really weren't able to do that. John White is a very talented running back, but that offensive line's just not all that together.
It's a shuffled line. They're moving players around. They're benching certain players. They got a true freshman starting at right tackle, and it showed. It showed these guys haven't played together for a long time.
It looked like ASU wanted to make John Hayes throw the ball. And they brought a lot of extra guys up in the box, and that's how they were able to defend the run as well as they were. I mean, Utah, John Hayes really didn't drop back all that much. I mean, he was.
That was 10 of 16.
Yeah, I know he did
not
throw the ball very much. So you know, and once ASU was able to get out into a lead. You know, the defense really took over from there.
21-0 with 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
Exactly.
I mean,
so,
geez.
And, you know, just going through some of the numbers here, you know, Brandon McGee, once again, the big-time leader, the captain, 10 tackles, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery.
Do you get a sense right now he's getting close to 100%? Each week he's getting more confident, and each week he just looks stronger. He's starting to look like an all-star, and I'm telling you what, 4 games in, I can't wait to see him for the rest of the year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you wouldn't know this guy's a baseball player. I mean, that is the personification.
Red Sox, right?
Yeah, that's right. That guy is a personification of a football player, in my opinion, right now. He's playing extremely well. You know, just looking forward to how
makes you ask the question, Vontez who?
Yeah, exactly. How he meshes well in this defense. Because remember, this guy was the weak side linebacker a couple of years ago, missed all of last year. You know, and now he's really settled into the middle there and has really taken over that defense and really made it his own.
And on the other side of the ball, Ryan, we had some almost a near heroic performance by Taylor Kelly. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, they were really able to rebound from a disappointing showing against Mizzou. You know, Taylor Kelly was accurate as always. I mean, when I talk to people around the country about this guy, the first thing they notice is his accuracy. And he was in this game, 19-26, 326 yards and 3 touchdowns. Completed passes to 9 different receivers. You know,
and these are guys that were dropping the ball the week before.
Yeah, exactly.
We talked about that. We were lamenting about that.
Only about 3 quarters of play, because Michael Eubank played pretty much the entire fourth quarter.
Right.
And then, Rashad Ross, my boy, 5 receptions,
Your boy.
87 yards, and a touchdown. That touchdown was
Finally!
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Like
yeah.
The Rock says, finally!
And then Cameron Marshall getting involved in the offense was good to see. He had a rushing touchdown, a receiving touchdown. Didn't really, get a lot of yardage, but it was good to see. But it was good to see him get involved in the offense. I think
his ankle's still bothering him.
He got in the end zone when he had to, so that was a
Right.
good thing. I'm only negative really to come out of this game. 8 penalties for 51 yards. You gotta shore that up a little bit, but that's your biggest complaint in a 30-point win.
37-7, baby.
We'll take
31-7 at halftime. Definitely a great win for ASU. Definitely the Sun Devils are on the right track. Coach Graham has them playing as a team.
Yeah.
And like I said, just a couple of things they got to clean up right now. I think this is going to be a very formidable squad.
Yeah.
So that's going to do it for this beautiful part of the program, this
Yes.
segment. And when we come back, we're going to be getting into Roque's rant. Of course, you're always welcome to join the conversation on our Facebook page. And we'd love to hear from you guys.